sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Eason. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. On first down, Jacob Eason. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Eason. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
1-yard line.
From the gun is Eason. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. able to get there and pick it. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's first and 10 from the 11. They'll run here with McFarland. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 11 yards there, just like last play. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason got his man complete over the middle. It's Brooks.
Number 12.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On 3rd and 2, Eason. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Eason. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
12-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And this is 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
To Anthony McFarland.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The tackle made.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 24, Wilson completing it to the right side. Johnson.
Wilson's pass.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with McFarland. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, Wilson. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McFarland running out of the gun. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Gun. Here's Wilson. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
The Steeler first down.
On 1st down, McFarland. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Steelers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
A 38-yard attempt.
And Catanzero's kick is right through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
From the gun, Eason. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
You can't block me. You can't. Right there. 54 Mike. And let's get that ball again. Let's get that ball right here.
To throw again. Eason. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Eason.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Eason, and he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Check. Lucky. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Eason, he's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
They'll take over 1st.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Down, Pittsburgh.
On first down, McFarland. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On second down, McFarland. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Anytime that ball comes to me, I'm trying to take it to the...
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Now a run with McFarland. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
Anthony McFarland with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Throwing again. Eason. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Defense wins championships, baby.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Steeler first down.
Running with McFarland. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Ebron caught left side. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
47-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 49. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
At the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's McFarland. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
At the 32-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Intended for
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So good coverage there defensively, as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number one was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Eason. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bud Dupree. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Wilson.
Picked off down near the 5.
Intercepted.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10.
All you got to do is look it up.
Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 95 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun. Wilson going top shelf for Smith. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Steelers 23, 49ers 8.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Tigers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now here's a throw that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Eason. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
At the 36-yard line.
Mike 5-4. Pick it up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
1st down.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Eason. Over the middle, complete. That's Brooks. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for only a couple.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 33. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Eason. And his throw is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Right here. Pick the edge. Back. 54 is Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go again. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, you know what? I'm about to take you to school. Kill, kill, kill.
From the gun, Eason. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
54 Mike. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Eason on second down.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Bullock good on the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game.
This will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some, because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
Ball at the 23, second and 8.
Play action. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But now it'll be third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
Pittsburgh.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
He's across
a gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Wilson now from the gun on third down. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tossing this out wide to McFarland.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
McFarland once more.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
On the ground, it's McFarland.
Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Catanzaro's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
Oh, eluding the tackle.
And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. 1st and 10, Eason.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
To throw again, Eason. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
From the gun, Eason. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. And our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
They'll run with McFarland.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On third down, here's McFarland. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony McFarland with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead is up to 18 now.
It is good. Makes the score Steelers 33, 49ers 15.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Go straight. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Yo.
Throwing again. Eason trying to lay one up deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd and 11 now.
Wilson wants to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, McFarland. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, McFarland. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Come on, baby, I'm coming. Mike 54. Mike 54.
To throw again, Eason. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,